on the forums lately, you'll know that it seems like half of the posts are how this one item, the Juju shortbow, is blatantly overpowered. And it should be nerfed because something with a buy price this low should not be that overpowered. But today, I'm going to be showing you that this is actually not that overpowered. There are other options at the same price that are actually even better than it. So, here we go. Also, secondarily, this will be showing how Berserker is better than Archer, but that's going to be more on a case-by-case basis. So here we go. How to out DPS a Juju shortbow for the same budget. Let's go. Alright, so first up we have Archer, and as you can see, we have the mini-boss room here. I'm going to switch to an entirely DPS setup. And as you can see, the Juju shortbow maybe should not have switched away from the blue whale. But I don't know how long that exactly took. I mean, you can kind of get a sense for it. But basically, the Juju shortbow makes pretty quick work of minis. But we're doing around, wanna say, it's between 10 and 20 mil per hit. There we go. Minis aren't really a problem. We do take a bit of damage, but I'm gonna be honest, Berserker and Archer are pretty even when it comes to actually doing minis and the clear part of the run. Where this does get interesting is the actual boss fight. So I'm gonna cut back there. You'll see how Archer performs. Yeah, we're not quite averaging 20 mil per hit. It's more like 15 mil per hit. And of course, Archer is better at group DPS than Berserker. The important part, actual boss, here we go. So the problem with Archer is aiming and whatever this knockback thing is. To be honest, Archer is the way more straightforward of the two, but the reach is very nice. And I believe they fixed the damage of the Juju shortbow, so we're actually doing comparable damage to a melee hit at this point. There we go, Bonzo down. Where Archer does shine is its ultimate. The range DPS this class can push out is absolutely insane. This is the one part of Archer that's not great though. I don't know what's happening here. But if I could stop getting hit by balloons, that would be excellent. We've just missed that entire phase of the boss fight. But the knockback is definitely the one thing holding this class back. So there you go, Archer is pretty straightforward. The Juju shortbow is basically just a machine gun. And as per usual, we have gotten no loot. Nice, nice. Now for Berserker, I would be using the one for all giant sword, but let's be honest, that wouldn't really be a fair comparison because as of right now, it is 4 to 5 times more expensive than the Juju shortbow. So instead, I will be borrowing a one for all Shadow Fury as hypixel functions incredibly smoothly. Let's go. As you can see, a clean Juju shortbow is around 39 million coins, and a one for all Shadow Fury, I don't know why this is on spicy, is 23 million coins, meaning this thing is nearly half the price of the Juju shortbow. This is maxed out. This is upgraded as well. With the Juju, you'd have to star it, upgrade it, hot potato, everything like that. This comes ready to go, besides it being 4 stars. But, alright, so we are now in the run as a Berserker. I love it when that happens, but trying to kill a mini now with the one for all Shadow Fury. As you can see, about the same time, the one interesting part with the Shadow Fury is the ability, and clearing is so much slower because I do not have a Flower of Truth, but it is what it is. I forgot the Soul Whip existed. Let's go. Alright, please stop shooting at me. Come over here. So yeah, there we go. Shadow Fury is no joke. Yeah, but we're now doing between 10 and 14 million damage per hit. I am not the biggest fan of Fabled just because there's so much variation within the damage. But these two weapons combined are around the price of a Juju shortbow. So I don't feel like this is a completely unfair comparison, but it does go to show just how versatile the Juju is. It can function as both a clearing and a mini weapon. But let's be honest, switching between two hotkeys is not very hard. And here we go. First, gotta get rid of all the shots. And I do have a healer here just to spam down the healing circle, and we finished them both without them being able to gap. So I'd say honestly they're pretty much even when it comes to dealing with minis and doing the clear of the dungeon. So now is where it gets interesting. This is the boss fight, and in my opinion, where Berserker actually does shine. Now the advantage that Berserker actually has is the second class passive. As you can see, each consecutive hit I do starts doing more and more damage, and we've already got him down below 120 mil. It's much easier to land shots. This part of the boss fight is going by so much faster than it did with Archer. The one annoying part is the fact that I have to be right next to Bonzo to hit him, but honestly when I'm doing this much damage with a weapon that costs half as much as a Juju shortbow, that doesn't really matter. And there we go, first part of the boss fight done already. Now we gotta get rid of the undeads, which actually might be a problem. It would be nice to have a mage on the team, just so I don't have to put up with the undeads, because they're annoying. Where Archer really does shine is dealing with Bonzo while he's in this phase of the boss fight. I think we're almost good with the undeads, please just go away. You're ruining my comparison video. How did I get hit by a Bonzo balloon? There we go, and now we can actually focus on doing the damage. Even with only 70% additional attack speed, we've got him locked in the corner. But there we go. I'll have to look at the time it took us to kill Bonzo. But first stage, that was so much faster than Archer. The Shadow Fury Berserker is not as good at clearing as the Juju Archer is. Nevertheless, still absolutely shredded Bonzo. Do I even get anything at Feather Falling? Wow, okay. So yeah, you end up doing more DPS with the Shadow Fury based on the Berserker class passive, the Lust for Blood, or whichever one multiplies your damage with every hit you do to an enemy. Which class is better depends on what floor you're doing, what boss you're doing, what kata level you are, and what gear you have. For example, floor 7, Archer is going to be better any day of the week, as Necron flies, and you don't really have to move to hit him. But when you get into floors such as Master Mode, Berserker becomes an incredibly viable option. Again, this weapon is half the price of a Juju shortbow and does the same, if not more, DPS than it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also worth noting that this is not fuminged or recommed. If you did, hit that like button down below, smash that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time. Peace.